Today, our team Eternals is going to present a demo of logs management solution using ELK stack. Starting with the introduction, what is log management? So, a log management solution is a technology that manages all events, logs across the environment. This solution includes logs generated by on-premises, cloud, and hybrid environment. We have chosen to work on on-premises environment instead of cloud or hybrid environment as it is a cost-effective and reliable option. Another reason to build this project is the importance of log management. So, why is it important? Because data is everywhere across your infrastructure in different formats and sometimes even difficult to locate and manage. That's where log management tools such as ELK Stack comes in. After this, my teammate Vishnu Verma will continue the demo further.
Hello, sir. This is Vishnu. I'm going to explain the entire network infrastructure of our capstone project. In this project, we have used the various users for logs monitoring, such as Windows Server 16, Windows Server 19, Windows 10 itself, and the Parrot. And further, we have also used Windows Server 19, and which we called it as Eternals, in which we have implemented the Active Directory DC, the domain controller, the DNS, the domain name server, and the file server. And lastly, in Ubuntu, we have used Logstash, Elasticsearch, and Kibana. Now I'm going to explain these about these three. Uh, firstly, starting with the Logstash, basically it is a data processing component which is used for the Elastic Stack, and it is also act as the pipeline which will take data from all the users, the users which I have mentioned above. And further, ELK will analyze the data sent by Logstash and the store and it will store the collected data. Finally, on the Kibana side, the visualization part comes into play, where searching and visualization of logs is being done. Now, moving on further, Steve, my project mate will explain.
Hello, sir. My name is Steve, and now I'm going to explain to you, how did we install the ELK stack? So actually, sir, the Elasticsearch components are not available in the default Ubuntu package repositories, but however, they can be installed using apt after adding Elastic's package source list. So now to protect our system from packet spoofing, all of uh, all of the packages are signed with the Elasticsearch signing key. Our package manager will consider packages that have been authenticated with the key to be trusted. In order to install Elasticsearch, we will import the Elasticsearch public GPG key, and then we will add the Elastic package source list in the next step. And then we will just type the commands like apt install Elasticsearch or apt install Kibana, Logstash, and that's how we will install them. So yeah, that was the installation part, and now for the configuration part, my teammate Janvi will explain it to you.
Greetings, everyone. So, as already explained by my teammates Vishnu and Steve, we have implemented or we have configured our ELK in the Ubuntu machine. So, the configuration of first starting with the configuration of Elasticsearch. In the network portion of the configuration file, uh, we need to apply our or we need to mention our IP address and for host IP address and port number. So our Ubuntu IP address is 10.10.10.19 and the port is 9200, which we have mentioned in our network configuration part. Now for the configuration of our Kibana, it is we need to mention the server host and server port, which is 10.10.10.19 and 5601 respectively, on which the Kibana will be accessed. Also, we need to mention the IP address and the port of Elasticsearch from where the Kibana will get all the data to all the analyzed or all the processed data. So that is what it is mentioned in the Elasticsearch host IP address and port number. And for the configuration of our metric bit, we have mentioned the input data and output data. So in the input and output, we have mentioned our host IP address and port number. So from that, the logs will be all the data will be taken and will be outputted on the Kibana dashboard. So that's what is all about configuration. And for the starting of our ELK services, we just need to give the command in our Ubuntu system. And once it is started, we can see the dash logs and all the visualization of data, which will be explained by my teammate Kamini.
Hello, sir. I'm Kamini Mehra. So for now, we have worked on metric beat. Metric beats take the matrices and the statics that it collects and ships them to the output that we specified, such as Elasticsearch or Logstash. Here, we have opened the configuration file for the metric beat. The output is redirected on the two locations as we can do it by Elasticsearch or Logstash. We have worked with the Logstash. As we can see, Logstash takes input on the port number 5044, which we specified here. The IP address on which ELK is implemented is 10.10.10.19 and the port number is 5044. Now we will go to the dashboard. So as we can see that we have this dashboard where we have timestamp and we can see logs on the Ubuntu operating system running on 10.10.10.18. And on the left hand side, we can see there is ID of metric beat, its host name, host family, version of it, and many more. This is our beta version of the project. So far, we have implemented a ELK stack with the metric beat. For the demo purpose, we just calculated metric data in our system. But now we will also install other agents for getting different types of data from the network.